Hello, my crafty people out there. It's time for our weekly project. If you haven't been here before, my name is Stephanie and I upcycle clothing. Generally things I find at my local thrift stores, sometimes estate sales, and even the occasional eBay purchase. This week was a thrift store find, and we're not going to be making clothes. I have a lovely aunt that is having some health problems right now, and she has a port. And if you've ever seen anyone with that, it's very hard for them to wear a seatbelt in a car. So I have found this. I think that would probably be, it's bigger than a standard. Maybe it's a king size pillow Sham. So it's got fabric on the back that you could put the pillow in. And it's quilted, which is what I need. And it's hard to find quilted fabric right now with no stores that carry it. So I'm going to attempt to make some seatbelt, kind of like a huggy, a cover that protects that port. So if y'all want to follow along, by all means do. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Don't forget to hype, and I will catch you at the table. Okay, everybody, this is the king size pillow Sham, and you can see this is the back side that has the pocket. It's a button pocket that you put your pillow in. It's nothing fancy, but it is super soft. So I think it's going to be perfect for this particular project. I think if my measurements are correct, what I need, my aunt that's having some health problems, my Aunt Annette, she made these for my mother when she had health problems years ago, and my mother found them extremely useful for protecting that port from the seatbelt that comes over your side. Now, if you're a taller person, this might not be an issue, but all of my family is altitudinally challenged, and most of them barely hit 5 foot. So this is perfect for them. What we're going to do is, I think I can actually get probably 3 from this length, but I'm only going to make 2 at this point, and I'm going to use some Velcro for the closure. And this is 5/8 inch. You could use 1 inch. You could use anything a little wider, but I think the 5/8 will work. And I'm going to be cutting shapes that are 9.5 by 8. They're going to be 9.5 inches long and 8 inches wide. The 8 inches wide part will be the part that folds over the seat belt, and Velcros from each side. So what I am going to be doing first, obviously, is cutting this up. Now, I don't think this is going to go through all of this quilting very well, not without a bunch of swipes. Make sure my pocket piece is up here. So I'm going to go get my electric scissors, and we'll cut it up. Okay, now we have enough to make at least, let's see, they're 8 inches wide. So I've got, how many inches have I got? Just double it up, Stephanie. Be smart. I've got a little over, almost 19 inches. So I've got plenty to do, at least 2, possibly 3. So I'm going to go ahead, and one thing I want to do is I left this edge here. I left the finished edge. We're not going to have a finished edge up here the same as down here. What I'm going to have to do is either bind it, or what I think I might just do is serge it. This is not for super aesthetics. This is for comfort. So I'm going to serge this to close up this raw edge. And I'm also going to use this pocket that is still here to add a little extra padding. I just want to make sure that it's thick enough, but it also would be something that I could pull that stitch and remove if I wanted to. So what I need looks like, let's see, take a measurement. Between this finished line and that, I only have approximately 8 inches. So I'm going to cut my batting in kind of like squares. Well, they'll be 9 inches, well, 8 inches by 8 inches. Well, actually, yeah. So I've got some excess batting that I've got left over from a quilting project that I'm sure I made years ago. I haven't quilted in a while. Any of y'all out there quilt? I am sure you do. It's a lovely process and makes you think, which is lovely. So I'm going to cut these in 8 by 8 inch squares because our width is 8 inches and the height is reduced by that 1.5 inches because of this border here, this border. So hope that math makes sense. It does in my head, but that doesn't mean anything. But this is a good way to use up some old quilting scraps. I mean, why not, you know? And let's see. Make this one 8 inches. Oops. Let y'all see what I'm doing. This is the fold, so I'm only using 4 inches of it. There's one. 8 by 8. Well, it's thread. I have thread on everything down here or up here. All right, and let's see. Okay, last thing. Guess I'll use these two. Just put them up here. Make sure I keep them square. I'm making a few more than I need, obviously. But again, these are scraps that aren't going to probably get used anyway. So now I have enough for 3 8 by 8 inch squares. And what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to tuck these batting squares. And they're just going to add a little extra padding, not a lot. Because I don't want it so thick that it's hard to fasten around the seatbelt. But this is just going to go in here and add a little extra padding right there. So let's cut this into the sizes we need. And I'm going to take this stitch out on this particular side of the binding. Well, it's not a binding, but you know, the border. Because I want this to go all the way to the edge. And I'll probably just take this stitch and continue it up and keep this stitch line on the side. So make sure our interior is still folded nice and forward so we don't lose any yardage there. And let's see. There we go. So we're going to let's cut these first. Let's cut the end pieces first. Because those are the ones that are going to they're going to look the best, I think. Because they'll have a more finished edge on most everything. Okay. And these are 8 inches wide. The 8 inch part is the one, again, that folds over the seat belt. You don't need something too bulky or it won't stay. You want it to be just snug enough to fit on that seat belt and stay in place. So we're going to zip through this again. Don't worry, I cut the noise out because it's noisy. Okay, I have my 3 pieces that I have cut. They are 9.5 by 8 across. The 8 will be the part that folds over the seat belt. I want to put a little bit of batting in these, and I've cut the 8 by 8 batting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unstitch the borders on all of these so the batting will fit in there. It won't be all the way to the edge, but it'll be centered. Where it needs to be as far as the most effect. Once we do that, we'll go over and serge the sides. And once I've serged the sides, then we'll just be applying the Velcro to the long side so it will fit over the seatbelt. And I'll show you how this looks on the seatbelt when I'm done. But let me take out all of my little border seams so I get get a clean opening. Okay, now I am putting my little 8x8 pieces of batting into my 8x9.5 pieces of quilted fabric with the backing still on them. So this is the one that I just open it like this. It doesn't have a side seam. Just kind of center it like that. Roll this fabric back over. And what I'm going to do is take it to the serger. And I'm going to serge all 3 of the open sides on this. I am not concerned about the serger line showing. If you wanted to do something different, you could. I am looking to get these to her as soon as possible, so. And this is the one that has the corner, one of the ones that has the corner still. So I just kind of tuck it in. Again, same thing. Try to make sure it's evenly distributed. And it's going to be caught on the sides, at least on this one for sure, on these 2. So I'm not too worried about it shifting. That would be a worry. If you're worried about your shifting, you can cut them bigger, or you could do some stitching over it. You could even do some quilting, design stitches, all kinds of things. You can make this whatever you want it to be. Okay, I have serged all 3 of my pieces where any raw edges were, so everything is completely enclosed. And now we just need to add our Velcro to the sides. And we're adding it to the long side, so when it folds over the seat belt, it'll still be nice and snug on that seat belt. It won't go up and down. So we have good old sew-in Velcro. This is 5/8 inch. You could use an inch if you want. It's completely up to you. You got this, what I call the sticky side and the soft side. And we're just going to take one of each and put one here. And then we're going to put one on the other side as well. Same side, because we want this to fold over kind of like a, what is that? Not a sandwich. Is that like a burrito? I don't know. No, not burrito. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, again, just one of each on each side. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm not making this difficult with super measurements and all that. Again, we are looking for function more than anything. So we're going to do that. Then we'll hook this bad boy up. And we will make sure we've got the same length in our fuzzy stuff. Oop, don't let them get married though. Ooh, they get, ooh, y'all are not supposed to get together like this. Get over there. Okay. So now I have one for this one. And I am measuring them each individually only because, you know, this isn't a perfect project. So there might be some discrepancies. So now we can put them together if we want to, I guess. And just should have thought about this before. Just putting them together. It's easier to store them too if they go ahead and put them together. Because then they won't stick to everything when they're out of the package. There we go. Now, let's see what we need here. I'd say about there. And then one more. And this is perfect. This is about 30 inches on this roll. So I got a little teeny tiny left over. Sometimes you can use this for your cups. I got an old video on that. Those little mug cups, or cups that, the mug covers that go over the good old coffee cups that we have too many of. Now I'm just going to sew these again, both on the same side, because I want to sandwich this together. Taco? Is that what I'm thinking? I don't know. Sometimes the struggle is real. Okay, applying the Velcro is fairly simple. I did move my needle over to the far right, and that way I could just go right along that edge. And I went up and down and all the way back around. Okay, here we are. This is our finished product. It's not fancy. but we're just going to slip it over our seatbelt like this. And it's adjustable as far as where you want it. So like if they have a port here, farther down, up front, this will help you move it where they need it. And of course, it's just like anything else, you can transfer it over to the other seatbelt when they're usually going to be passengers going to treatment. So this is not just for cancer patients or anybody that has a port. This is for anybody that has problems with their seatbelt. It's a nice little gift for somebody that has that issue. And if you ever wanted to do some volunteer work, I'm sure your local cancer centers would love to have these on hand to give to people. So it's a little project you could do as well. So I hope y'all enjoyed this. You don't usually see the inside of my car, so this is this is a little odd. But if you enjoyed it, by all means, like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Don't forget to hype, and I will catch you on the flip side of our next project.